Good morning, everybody. I've been out in the shop for a couple hours and it just occurred to me, everything I've been doing, I have not shot any updates for you guys yet. And for that, I'm sorry. Let me flip off my meter over here. Let me tell you what I've been working on. I came out this morning and I went ahead and got 2 more blanks ready and in the pressure pot. So they really can probably come out about any time now. I'll get them out here shortly. I'm not in a huge hurry. I forgot to set a timer, so I'm somewhere around 2 hours. I know it's not that big of a deal. And then after that, I came over here and I worked on my lathe a little bit, put the control box back together, and I hooked the meter up to it. And I've been doing a little bit of testing. And you know, I'm gonna go ahead and unplug that while I'm not, there we go, working on it. That way I don't have to worry about it. And I shot a final video called Help 3, and that's just what I called it, but it was my final video. I think what's gonna happen is, I'm not getting the output out of the box. It's very low output, very low voltage. I hope I said that right. Anyway, then maybe it's amps. Ah, shoot, I can't remember. I think that's what it was, low amperage. So I'm not getting what I need out of the box to power the motor. So I think tomorrow, it's been fun working on it. I've learned so much, and so many people have been so great with their suggestions. I mean, it's really helped explain it to me. But I think what I'm gonna do is tomorrow, I'm gonna call in the morning and order me a new board for it. And just replace the board because I think it'll be easier. But this has truly been a learning experience, and I've had a great time experimenting with it. Jim Zimmerman will be here later today. He's going to drop his lathe off, and I have one blank that I have to turn today, period. Because I promised a guy I'd have it, you know, for him for Monday. It's for his mother. And then beyond that, I just have kind of been taking it easy and working on my carving. I have never done a relief carving, have no really idea how to do it. Hadn't even watched any videos on it yet, but I'm just trying to kind of figure it out. I'm just having some fun. Let me show you what I got. Here's the sound I'm working on. It just says ho, ho, ho. And what I'm doing is just trying to rough it out. And it's not deep enough yet. I need to go way deeper with it. But I'm just trying to rough it out and, you know, get as much material removed as possible. This is going to be a tough, tough problem. I would have preferred, this is a piece of... it's a cedar fence picket, so I think it's Western red cedar. A lot of grain in it, you know, but it's soft, it cuts easy. It was the only piece of scrap that I had. I would have preferred to have used a piece of basswood, but the woodworking show did not come to town. They canceled it this year, the one that we normally do in October. So the guy that brings all the great, awesome basswood in wasn't here, so I wasn't able to get any slabs from him. The next woodworking show is up in Indy in February that I'll go to. I'll pick up a few slabs there to have on hand, because if this works out and if my wife likes this, I'd like to do a little nicer one next year that maybe says, you know, Merry Christmas, and just, you know, instead of using this one, I'm going to use this one. Well, I'll show you where I'm going to use it once I get it done. It'll be kind of fun to see, but I'll do another one for her if it works out. And I think basswood would be so much easier to work with because it's such a dense wood, and you don't deal with all this grain, and it's much easier to cut. So that's what I've been goofing off with. I really don't have a lot to do today until I get a chance to turn that pin. And, you know, like I said, I'll wait till Jim gets here. We'll hang out for a while. I've got some pallets he wants and some other wood that he wants. We'll get that loaded up. We'll just stand around, shoot the breeze for a while, and then later tonight, I will turn my one pin. Anything else I do is a bonus, but I don't know that I'll do much else because that'll probably be later in the evening time he comes through. But the lathe will be here, so Monday, Tuesday. If I get some time in the shop this coming week, I've got a few other things I could turn. I'm waiting on these Route 66 blanks. I don't want to turn them right away because everyone who I've talked to about Alumilite says even when it comes out of the pressure pot and it seems like it's cured and hard, it takes a few extra days. So I think I've heard anywhere from 3 to 7 days. So I'm just not going to get in a hurry. I figured next weekend, that'd be plenty of time. And then I'll just turn them next weekend. And hopefully by then, my control box will come in and I'll be able to use my lathe. If not, Jim did say he would leave his here for a little while. So, and I appreciate that. I won't be doing super heavy turning. I won't be doing any boxes or anything like that. I'll keep it just to simple stuff like this. But yeah, I'm pretty happy overall. I mean, and I'm enjoying, this is a nice change of pace carving. I haven't done that in a while. And then figuring out, I've got a nice set of carving knives. My wife got this for me several years back. It's one of those flex cut, it's just a carving set. It's got all these different blades in it. And then I've got whittler's knives, and I've got chip carving knives, and I've got half a dozen more knives over in the cabinet there. And I did a lot of chip carving, wanted to get into other types of carving. I just never did. But this set I've got is more like relief carving, you know, which is what I'm attempting to do. I just am not good at it. But you know, you got to learn to get good. So, and I'm having to figure out how to sharpen the knives, which is kind of cool because it's something I've never done before. So it's fun to try something new, and it'll keep me busy until Jim gets here later today. So I'm gonna let you guys go for a little bit. I'll check back in later and let you know what's happening. I really need a better piece of wood. This stuff is tough, especially down at this end. I got this knot, so this wood down here was really difficult to carve. And I pushed a little too hard in a couple spots and chipped it out. Not too bad. Like I said, it really needs to be deepened a little bit. I'll go back over it and clean it up. It's okay. You know, really wished I would have had that basswood though, but it is what it is. Well, it's about 5 o'clock. I didn't talk. I got a text from Jim Zimmerman. Said he would be here about 5:30. I've got this carved out. It looks okay. I mean, it's not my best work. Once again, I think if I had a tighter grained wood, it would be a little better. What's up next is I'm going to cut the edges a little bit, kind of round them out a little bit on the top. I'll leave the bottom flat so it sets nice. And then I got to throw some white paint on it, kind of as a primer, and then we'll decide what we want to do with the background and the lettering. Well, I just heard from Jim. He's about 5 minutes away. Should get here anytime. I went ahead and cut the corners off my sign. The flat part at the bottom is where it'll set. I'm ready now. It's been sanded down a little bit. I kind of like the rough look, so I'm not going to sand it too much. Next chance I get, I'm going to shoot a little white paint on it, kind of as a primer as well as a base. And you know, it might take 2 coats. I don't know because it's pretty dry wood, but I'll show you some photos when I get that done. Jim will be here in a minute. We're going to haul his lathe in and replace mine with it. And I think Monday I'm going to order a new board for mine. So as soon as I can get that in, get it installed, I'll get Jim's lathe back to him. But I don't think I'm going to turn tonight. I needed to turn one tonight, but man, I'm tired after carving on that all day. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens.